Greetings, YouTube. The doctor is in. Dr. Urias Papers here, coming at you with another commentary on Dungeons and Dragons. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, hit the like button. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave a question or comment. All right, we've added a few things to our Doctor Spell Prognosis installments. To the left hand side, on the left-hand side of the screen, you can see I've got a ratings chart for superior and the grades of A, B, C, D, or F. And we're going to be grading each one of these from now on. Starting with this one today is Sacred Flame. So, again, it's the next cantrip in our list. It is a cantrip. It is usable by clerics. It is one action, has a decent range. So we will... we'll give it props for having a 60-foot range. Anything that's over 30 feet is pretty good. If you can get somebody that's going to be ranged and be at least 60 feet away, that's decent. It's verbal and somatic, so no material component. That's good. You basically say something. You say the prayer. You put your symbol out, and flames come out. Instantaneous. It's evocation. It has a dex save. Not the greatest. I mean, I would say out of all of the saving throws, dex is probably third. The worst one is strength, because most creatures are pretty strong. Then constitution, because that's the next biggest thing that most big opponents have, and then dex. A lot of things have a really junky dex, so that actually might not be too bad. And one of the best things about this is it does radiant damage. Very few things are resistant to radiant damage, and it is extremely effective against undead, obviously because it's being used by a cleric. So you flame-like radiance descends on a creature that you see within range. So you don't actually throw flame at it. Its flames come down on it. I mean, you probably could change this for flavor. They got to see the dex save, or they take a D8, and then, of course, this ramps up to 2D8, 3D8, and 4D8. Here's another great thing about this. The target gains no benefit from cover for this saving throw. So if they're behind a fortification, as long as you can see them, then they're going to be taking that save, and if they fail that save, they're taking full damage, and they get no bonuses to that save for cover of any kind. So you could have some folks sitting behind a arrow slit that's giving them 3/4 cover, no problem. So with that, it is essentially very similar to kind of the mechanics of a magic missile, where if you see it, you can hit it. Now, there's one thing I do want to point out that is a little bit of a change to this class. Or to this cantrip, and that is the Moonfire right here. This is under the Lunar Sorcerer. So if you are, and this is only in Dragonlance, but again, your DM might allow this in other settings, as the Lunar Sorcerer is kind of Dragonlance specific, but I don't think it has a prerequisite of being Dragonlance. But it doesn't. So and they give examples of different worlds. So on Kryn, it's the Three Moons. On Toril, which is the world for Forgotten Realms, so that would be for Adventurers League, it's Saloon. And on Eberron, it's Scholars of the Draconic Prophecy. So you can use this for other game systems. I think the Lunar Sorcerer is a great subclass, but they get this thing called Moonfire, which is a sacred flame. So you call down a radiant light of moon on command. It's a sacred flame, which has all the base characteristics of sacred flame, which means it's a dex save, it's 60-foot range, it does radiant damage, and the target doesn't get any cover. But, and it doesn't count against the number of cantrips that the sorcerer gets. But here's the big one. When you cast a spell, you can target one creature as normal, or two creatures within range that are within 5 feet of each other. So this is kind of a crowd control feature of this if you're taking the Lunar Sorcerer. And unfortunately, that is not available for the Cleric. So for the Cleric, it's one creature you can see within range. And so for overall, I give this a B. If the two creatures had been part of this kit, then I would have given it an A, but I'm giving it a B, primarily because of the dex saving throw, and the damage is okay, but it has some other added effects, so that kind of mitigates the damage. All right, that's what I got for you today. I appreciate everybody tuning in, and I will catch everybody later.